Hey everyone, how's everything? All good? All right. I'll just introduce myself really quickly. My name is Edwin Tack. I'm working as a solutions architect in Alibaba Cloud Korea. Today, I am going to introduce how to use our Qwen model for any of you guys who are already using like other models like Cloud Code or like OpenAI Codex. So just before we get started, I just have a quick question for you guys. So how many of you guys in this room are using Cloud Code for your main like daily tasks, like vibe coding tools? Okay, like more than 80%. Then, how about Codex, OpenAI Codex? Okay, that's around like 20%. Then how about like besides Codex and Cloud Code, is there anyone else who? Oh, I see the guy over there. Which one are you guys? Not you, Sue. Yeah. Which one are you using for your daily tasks? Like which AI model? Yeah. DeepSeek? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, so today I just want to introduce some of the benefits that you guys can gain by using our cloud model services besides using Cloud Code or OpenAI Codex, because I know that it's always a pain, especially for managers to like do whenever they think about the cost. So, and as an infra engineer or AI engineer or who serves in the IT field, uh, I know that the AI performance, the performance of the AI is also important, but also you also have to think about the cost and how to save the cost. So um, I'll go over how to do the cost savings and cost optimizations by using the Alibaba Cloud Queue orders and CodaWorks. So just to briefly reassure, this information has been written in August 2026. So I'm pretty sure there's going to be some new models that has been released. So before starting this, I just want to point out that there could be some information changes in future because like I try to like represent and try to talk about the most recent information, but it always changes. So I'm just throwing that as an FYI. Okay, so here's the whole point. So especially these days, people has been using four different types of vibe coding tools until now. So these are four big categories that the people are using for their daily workloads. The GitHub Copilot, Cloud Code. I said in the Opus 4.7, but the Fable 5 and the Opus 5 is already released, so I'm pretty sure like people are using that as their main tasks. Cursor, of course, is a good one, and Cloud Pro, and also I didn't put it over there, but also the OpenAI Codex will be there. So if you look at it, the GitHub Copilot has been changed, and they have planned all their solutions and they created the billing mechanism according to the agent usage and on base payments. So if you look at the GitHub Copilot, if you use the agent mode on the very heavy usages, like it'll cost more than 3,000 per person or per engineer who are using tests all the time. For the Cloud Opus is for the vibe coding tools. The minimum, the base payment that you have to pay is 200 bucks for sure. And then above that, like depending on how many tokens that you're using, the extra charge will be charged on your billing mechanism. So that's going to be the main problem for anyone who is using the very high models all the time. So we wanted to make a proposal for this. I don't know if you guys heard Opus Plan who are using Cloud Code or who are familiar with Anthropic's models, but mainly they separated into the Vibe codings into two phases. The first one is the planning and design, and the second one is a coding executions section. So if you look at this page, if you use the Opus Plan that is provided by Anthropic, most of the planning and design phase, they use the higher model, which is like Opus, Fable 5, if you are able to access it. Sorry, I'm not able to use it in here right now, but if you're able to use like Fable 5 or Office or any of the high models, they are the main models that are being used when they do the planning and design. And when you move on to the next phase, which is the coding execution, they try to use lower level or the model that actually costs less than that, which usually uses either Sonnet or Haiku. And our proposal is, why not use, you can use the planning and design phase according to the Cloud Opus or any of the plans that you're already using, and then try to use the coding execution with our Qwen model. Our latest model that has been released is Qwen3.8 Max. We also provide Qwen3.7 Plus and other models and the other coding models that you guys can actually implement according to the scenarios that is needed. So this is the very rough backtest that we have ran. And if you use and replace the Cloud Sonnet, which has been already being used for coding execution level, and replace it with our Qwen model, we'll give about like 20 to 30% discount. Cost optimization compared to using the regular cloud models. So this is the benchmark tests and also the token consumptions and some of the test examples that we can provide. So obviously, I'm not saying that you guys always have to consider the low cost AI models for your daily tests. Of course, the performance is very important. So compared to like any other coding performance that is provided by the cloud model, we can compare that directly with the Qwen3.8 Max. So according to the Gartner level or any of the recently released articles, our benchmark shows that we have at least more than 60% scorings on the benchmark Pro, where the Opus goes around like 60 to 65%. And if you compare that, the performance-wise, by comparing the Qwen model to the Opus model, is yes, there is a gap, but it's not that significantly different. So by thinking of the cost optimizations that you need to perform for your daily test, by using the Qwen model for any of the I'll go to the formal test. Any of the coding execution level will definitely do a lot of cost savings in the end. And this is the API pay per usage unit pricing if you directly compare it to our Qwen model and also to the any of the Anthropic models. So if you take a look at the chart, the Opus 4.7 will the input and output cost around like $5 to $25. Where the Alibaba Cloud Qwen model, it only costs about like $2 to $6 whenever you do the input or output. So if you're doing the mainly like a daily test for the coding executions or multi-model supports, then the price optimization, the cost optimization that you can do is relatively the gap is very large compared to like any of the cloud models that you're using. And this is a kind of like so we did the cost optimizations and estimations for both using the hybrid model and also replacing fully with our Qwen model. So if you adopt any of the a hybrid model, here's the cost comparison chart that you can take a look at it. So I already mentioned that there's going to be two phases, right? So there's going to be planning phase and there's an execution phase. So if you do adapt any of the cloud models for the planning phase and adopt the Qwen models for the execution phase, which is the hybrid model, we expect that the cost optimizations of that will be around like 30%. And if you do all the Qwen configurations, which is using both execution and the planning models with Qwen model, will give around like 50% cost reductions. So you can definitely check and take a look into the performance-wise and do the POCs if you have any questions regarding that. But by looking at the price itself, it gives you a very big advantage by adopting the Qwen model in your daily tasks, which will save you a tons of money. So so this has also been a very important chart that we would like to pitch during the session today. So after comparing with any of the a Cloud Code model or a Cloud Opus model, and making with the hybrid model, we believe that we can guarantee the design quality, which is pretty much similar using the Opus model all the time. And for the code implementation accuracy or agent type test or like a cost efficiency, if you consider all those categories into one, not just depending on solely on one model, but using the multimodal will definitely give you a lot more benefits to your daily tasks all the time. So it's very similar to adopting multiple CSPs. So if you're only using, like, for example, AWS for all of your infra, and you don't adopt any other CSP vendors for your other tasks, it's very hard to do the cost optimization because you're not able to compare the pros by one, or you're not able to ask for cost reduction or competitions between other vendors as well. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to compete against other models just like the CSP vendors did. So the customers can adapt not just one single model, but multi-models whenever they're doing their daily work or test to do the cost optimizations and savings. Yeah, so it's a very rough estimate. It depends on how many engineers that you have in your team. Like, for example, let's say you have 50 engineers. If you adapt a hybrid model by using the planning for cloud model and execution as a Q1, then we expect that you're gonna have around $800 cost reductions per person, which means that if you have more than 50 engineers in your team, then it gives around 40K USD cost reduction per year, which is quite big if you think about it from the infrastructure side. Yeah. And this is the price comparison chart if you actually fully move all of your models by using our QM model. We know that we could give more discounts on whatever the deal size is. So if you believe that you can definitely use more usage on our models or use more tokens, then we can definitely do some more cost reductions than that. Yeah, so as per person, if you think about it, the bigger the organization gets, the bigger the cost savings that you will be able to get. So if you just have one person, it'll be around 800 to 900 bucks. And if it grows over to 500 people in your team, it'll be around more than 40K, as I mentioned already. So if you like I said, AWS of course provided the first was the first CSP vendor who expanded how the business structure works on the cloud vendor side. And Azure came in, GCP came in, Alibaba Cloud came in, Tencent and other CSP vendors came in to do the cost reductions and price competitions. We're doing pretty much the same thing. So I know that in the engineer's perspective, the performance-wise, yeah, it could be you could probably want to get the best performing models out in the market. But what I'm saying is, why not just try to use the multimodal during your daily test to do the cost optimization and structures? Okay, yeah. So if you actually do want to adopt our Q1 model, then we can provide that into 5 different steps. So first is performance backing. So as I mentioned, we have a pretty good benchmark score, having more than 67.7%, which compares directly to the Opus model, which was around 60 to 65. And then the phase 2 will go to the cost advantage. So compared to other OpenAI or the cloud models, we'll give around 30 to 50% discounts, which will be much more cheaper than the other ones. Then we'll go to the compatibility. So all of our models were built in the OpenAPI compatible API, which integrates directly with Cursor or any of the vibe coding tools that is out in the market. So in the compatible API, you just have to change the model name, and you just have to pull the API to the systems that you're currently using, which is very simple. We even have all the step-by-step documents that everyone can follow very easily. And the fourth one is the regional expansion. So currently, we do have our model studio services in Japan, Singapore, Hong Kong, and other international regions. And we're currently still expanding that services, not just limited in those regions, but all to other like regions like Europe, Latin America, and the US as well. So definitely we're trying to expand more of our services. And if you guys are having a business in Korea, we are also trying to make our best effort to launch the service in Korea. It's not been settled yet, but we're trying our best. So if there's any like a really good news, we'll definitely let you guys know. And the fifth one is the enterprise support. So Alibaba Cloud provides the good SLA, security and compliance support. And if there's any issue, we provide the 24/7 TAM after support. So anyone who is interested, definitely will try to support any of the technical issues or problems that you guys are facing as soon as possible. Yeah. So this is the source and information that I got, and yeah. So that's pretty much it for today. If you guys have any questions, let me know. You can scan this QR code for my profile page. So if there's any like additional information or questions that you guys have, just shoot me an email or like message me, and I'll try to answer that as soon as possible. So, all right, thank you so much, everyone. Yep.
So do you have any questions? The games make me run all the way.
You mentioned a lot about the cost saving. I'm curious about the performance, the speed, because in the end, time is money, right? So how does it compare to Sonnet or Opus or GPT 5.6 models in speed?
Speed-wise, you mean the performance of the benchmark score or the...
If I give it the same task, will it be faster than Sonnet or Opus with the same similar output?
Yes, it'll be the same similar output. The benchmark score actually represents that. So
okay.
Yeah. So we only differentiate between like 2 to 3% compared to the Anthropic models. And I gotta say, I know that there's like new models that is coming in all the time, like Kimi, GLM, like OpenAI like released their new models now. And if you see the benchmark score, like all the models are now being really relevant. What I'm saying is the benchmark score, the difference between the benchmark score of the leading hyperscalers and the ones that is behind, I think the gap is getting closer and closer every time it gets. So if you think of it on that wise, I believe in the long term, there will be a very small performance gaps between the leading hyperscaler and the one that is behind that. And in the end, everything will be about cost savings because it's all about like running tokens. It's all about GPU optimizations, how to like run the GPU with the less amount of like a resource on that level. So if you think about it that way, the performance-wise, I would say it's only about like a few percentage difference.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yep.
Do we have more questions? Yeah. Well, here and after over there.
Hi. I have a question about pricing. How do you see prices changing over the next couple of years? I see it like we have frontier models getting more expensive.
Yeah.
And like running Fable can take $100 an hour.
Yeah.
At the same time, GPT 5.6 Luna is very, very cheap.
Yeah.
So how do you see this evolving? Yes, thank you.
Yeah, that's a good question. I personally, this is my personal aspect, by the way. I believe US frontier models will definitely get more expensive because the cost, unless you do the GPU optimization from the backend side, you're not able to catch the gap between them. So if you just think about the cloud model, and of course, like the companies has to like make a profit out of it, the US frontier models will definitely get more expensive at the end. But I don't think they will be able to increase the price as an overprice as we think, because of course there's going to be like a very like affordable, I would say cheap and affordable models that is like following the US frontier models from the back as soon as possible, like the GLM, the Kimi that has been released recently, and our Qwen model as well. So I think there's going to be some middle point in the end where some users will use like what I expected, the planning model with the frontier models, and possibly use the execution models with more like a cheaper and affordable models in the end. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for the talk. And I have two questions. And first, what's the standard pronunciation of Qwen, Qwen? Which one is correct? And second, how about using Qwen, the smaller one, the 27 billion locally? So based on the cost, I think this is more cost-effective way and also more secure. So I want to know have you considered about it?
Yeah, sure. That's a good question as well. So first of all, I pronounce it as Qwen.
Oh.
But I think in Chinese, sorry, I'm not native Chinese. I'm Korean, so I'm not able to speak Chinese. I don't speak Chinese that well. So I think in Chinese it's called Qianwen, if I'm not mistaken. Qianwen. Yeah, Qianwen. Okay.
Okay, this is the standard.
Yeah, I think that in China, yeah, that's the standard name, and in international, I just call it Qwen. And the second question, the Qwen3.8 Yeah, so we have a very different model. So if you think about it, like our latest version is 3.8 Max, which competes directly with Opus. And there's another model called Qwen Plus, which is smaller, I'll say the lower version, which is directly competing against Sonnet. So it's Max and Plus, which is like Opus and Sonnet. So if you think about it that way, yeah, the Max is the highest model usage that you can get, which actually performs pretty well and has a great price, right?
Thank you.
Yep, thank you.
Was the first question because my French pronunciation was Qwen, or I'm not sure.
Hello, thank you. I have a question related to basically you told us that you can optimize the cost by combining the Anthropic stronger models with smaller Qwen models. But does your comparison consider that you're feeding the other model with the context generated by the second model?
Sorry, I did not catch your question. Would you mind repeating again?
Yeah, I'm sorry about it. So basically, you have a model A, which is Anthropic one, and you have a model from like Qwen. So basically, you're feeding a model which already aware of the context of the problem. The second model, does you consider this one when made cost comparison?
Oh, yeah. So the reason why we first introduced the hybrid model, using the architecture building as, the Opus and execution as our Qwen, was because I know that everyone has a favor for US hyperscalers. So I know that the performance is good, and I also acknowledge that. That's why we wanted to propose the hybrid version to let you guys know that there is a method to do more cost savings than just using the Sonnet all the time. And I know that I haven't actually went through technically in details on how to do that, but you can actually use OpenAI as kind of like a proxy server to input both models in the same place and then do the execution. But in details, I'll try to introduce that in either like a blog post so that everyone can understand better next time. So yeah. Well, but thank you for the question. Yeah.
Do we have one more? Do I have more questions in the room? No, I've heard that on our Discord we had one question, so I will ask it myself. You recommend hybrid usage of Opus plus Qwen?
Qwen. Yeah.
Qwen. So is there any Qwen plugin for Claude, like Codex Claude plugin, or are you planning?
Codex. Codex Claude, what was that?
Is there any Qwen plugin for Claude, like Codex Claude plugin, or are you planning?
Oh, I think yes. I think it should be. Yeah, it is already in the market. It should be already in the market. I don't know the exact name of the MCP, but I definitely know that there is one out in the market that everyone can use. Right?
Okay, thanks. Do you have any last question? No? All right, big round of applause. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.